27 of us in the State House of Assembly never defected to any other party. We were elected under the platform of the People's Democratic Party, and we never defected. We never took any step to defect to any other party.
They are members of the All Progressive Congress, and by that very fact, I am their chairman, and so they are within my precinct of authority. They are under my precinct. They are under the umbrella called, or the broom, whatever, because maybe we won't be given to speak English. When we say umbrella now, they will think we are talking about PDP. They are under the broom called APC. And if they are under the broom called APC, I am in charge.
Some days ago, we defected inside the Hallowed Chamber of the Rivers State House of Assembly in line with Section 109 of the 1999 Constitution as altered. We made sure that we followed due process. We made sure that we did not do anything outside the provisions of the 1999 Constitution.
The undue pressure on the judiciary by politicians has given the citadel of justice a bad image and making it lose the confidence of the people of Nigeria. A case easily cited is the Rivers State crisis, which raised the fear that the judiciary may ultimately undermine democracy. In that case, 27 former members of the Rivers State House of Assembly announced their defection from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, the platform on which they were elected, to the All Progressives Congress, APC. In their letters of resignation from the PDP, the 27 Assembly members cited a division in the PDP as the reason for their decision.
Distinguished colleagues, the reason for the defection by the 27 members of this House are purely in line with the provisions of the 1999 Constitution as altered, specifically Section 109. And the House has already before this time deliberated on all the issues in the PDP, and we feel there is sufficient division, and for that reason, members have a choice to move to the All Progressive Congress as already indicated in these letters.
In a bold step to reaffirm their defection, the former lawmakers swore an affidavit before the Federal High Court in Abuja to prove their earlier defection on the floor of the Assembly. This is conclusive evidence of their decampment and perjury in view of their futile efforts to deny it after realizing the damage of their action. Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Edison Ehie, as he then was, followed the constitutional path to declare their seats vacant and conveyed to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, the need to conduct by-elections to fill the vacated seats.
We are aware that there is no division or crisis in our great party, the People's Democratic Party, and therefore the provision of Section 109, Sub 1, Paragraph G of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended attracts a vacation of the seats of these rival members of the House. Consequently, distinguished colleagues, the House, having deliberated formally on the motion before it in line with our standing order and the Constitution of 1999 of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, I hereby declare the seats of defected members of the Rivers House of Assembly vacant.
Their defection was further confirmed by a statement credited to President Bola TINUBU during his intervention in the Rivers crisis. One of the points raised in the peace brokered between Wike and Fubara by President Bola Ahmed TINUBU was protecting their new status as APC members. Paragraph 3 of the agreement reads, "The leadership of the Rivers State House of Assembly, as led by Right Honourable Martin Amaewhule, shall be recognized alongside the 27 members who resigned from the PDP." The instructive words in that paragraph state the 27 members who resigned from the PDP. There is evidential proof that the defected lawmakers attended an APC rally at the Port Harcourt Polo Club, where they were officially received and welcomed into their new party.
We have 27 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly are defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Congress APC. 27 of us.
Our assembly members that are defected to us, 27 of them, they are free to meet anywhere.
With this broom, which is the symbol of our party, that we shall sweep Rivers State clean. Yes. So that Rivers State shall be greater.
They also delivered speeches and enthusiastically confirmed their membership of the APC.
Why did we choose APC far and above other parties? There are so many parties in this country. We could have gone to any other party. But we have a reason why we chose the APC. We have a reason, which is the renewed hope agenda.
It is an established fact that a so-called division must be clearly defined at the national level and not a mere conjecture. In 2014, the Supreme Court interpreted and applied Section 68, subsection 1G in Ifedayo Sunday Abegude versus Ondo State House of Assembly. The court clarified the issue of division. The division must affect the entire structure of the political party at the center, that is to say, the national leadership.
It has to be a division down the line at the national level. That is the position of the law, that the provisions of the Constitution are made to apply. If you decamp, you cannot remain in the house. That is the law. It is very clear.
We are left with a three-man House of Assembly. That is a fact. That is the situation. It's not their fault. Neither is it the fault of Rivers State. Rivers people elected people to represent all the constituencies in Rivers State. Out of that, 27 people on their own, in exercise of their freedom and fundamental rights under Chapter 4 of the Constitution, elected to vacate their seats. The law is that you are sponsored to the House. The seat you sit on belongs to a political party. That's why at the declaration of result, the party is declared to have won. Once you leave that party, you have vacated your seat.
Defection at that level is governed by Section 109, subsection 1G of the Constitution. By the provision of this section, a lawmaker cannot retain his seat if he leaves the party of his own volition. The follow-up action outlined in subsection 2 regarding follow-up action was effectively carried out by the Speaker, Edison Ehie, on Wednesday, December 13, 2023, when he declared the seats of the 27 lawmakers vacant and promptly notified INEC.
Distinguished colleagues, the House will duly inform the Independent National Electoral Commission of the vacancies in the Rivers House of Assembly and the need to conduct fresh elections to fill the above vacancies within the time frame provided by law.
The next step is to conduct elections to fill the vacant positions in those constituencies. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, should perform its lawful duties as spelt in the relevant laws.
Before me here is the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, a proud member of the All Progressive Congress, and other members of the Rivers State House of Assembly. My party is grateful. We are enriched.
Let it be clear, any attempt to manipulate our esteemed judiciary to reinstate individuals who have violated the Constitution, switched parties and lost their seats only to misleadingly label them as lawmakers for the purpose of instigating anarchy in Rivers State will irrevocably undermine the integrity of our judicial system. The 27 sacked lawmakers decamped to APC at a time when there was no division in the People's Democratic Party. They submitted and read their letters of decampment on the assembly floor and swore an affidavit in the Federal High Court to legally formalize their defection, but they want to rubbish our judiciary before the eyes of every Nigerian by hunting for courts that will affirm them lawmakers. We must all stand firm and defend our democracy, and our judiciary should know the world and Nigerians are watching to see how they will resolve these cases of sacked Rivers lawmakers. This message is a production of Joint Action for Democracy.